basically, if you have faith, you can do anything. But basic this translation, there was another translation. Well, it's the same pretty same reading, but at the end it just said some demons will not leave only through prayer and fasting. Okay, so only if you basically deprive yourself, your flesh, of something, will you help cleanse your soul. Yeah, and I believe that. So you have to make a sacrifice sometimes, and you have to, and it's almost like if you have, I mean, this is a really silly example, but if you had like a little man just turn up at the door, say a little alien man, just for argument's sake, right? It's not a very good example, but say like if he turned up at your door and you had to feed him, right? And you kept feeding him and feeding him and feeding him and feeding him, yeah? He's gonna stay probably, right? Obviously, you know, people can big up a big discussion about this and say that there are factors that would mean that he wouldn't stay. But he's probably, or a cat, right? A cat turns up at your door, right? And it comes in and you start feeding it, the chances are it's going to keep coming back for food. It's going to keep coming back. It's going to keep coming back for more and more and more, right? The only way you can get rid of that cat, really, is stop feeding it and it will be gone. And I believe that with slightly, obviously it happens to be food, but it's like any evil spirit. The only way you can overcome that evil from within you and get rid of it is by stopping the reason why it's there in the first place. So by being slowful, the only way you can overcome that slowfulness is by getting active. And that's easier said than done when you know, I believe when you've got a spirit within you that's, you know, holding you back. Because obviously the devil doesn't want us to achieve anything in our lives. He doesn't want anyone to achieve anything. And so, you know, we can achieve anything with God. We can do anything with God, with faith. We can do anything, right? But the devil will do anything to stop us. So the closer you get to God, the more he's going to keep trying. And God will allow him to do it. If you look at Job, he allowed the things to happen because God sees the greater picture and he knows the outcome at the end. He knows what good will become of that negative thing or whatever negative you're going through. He'll know. So you always have to have hope. Never give up hope. Alright? Because obviously that's another lie of Satan. He will lie to you and say there's no hope, which is not true. There is always hope. Alright, there's always hope in Jesus Christ, always. Anyway, basically, I'm waffling now, so I'm going to call it a day, but this subject has been really strong on my mind, and I really wanted to share it. It's so deep, and there's so much more stuff that thoughts and revelations that I get that I'd love to share, but they're really heavy and deep. But I just believe that, and I just think the only way I can stop the spirit of food taking over me is by depriving it, which is what I'm going to do, and learn, you know, and the same with slowfulness. The only way I can get active is by getting active, which is going to be really tough. So I think as I lose weight, and I think also with the way I'm eating, um, it's going to help with all the areas of the negative areas within my life because I believe it will crush out many of the evil spirits. And I believe I've got more than one. I believe I've got a spirit of stress, spirit of food, spirit of laziness, spirit of depression, spirit of anger. You know, it's just ridiculous. And quite often when you have one, you can then get the others because you know I don't want to frighten anyone because you know just you'll be fine. Jesus won't let anything happen to you that you can't cope with. So just trust in Him. But when you have one, quite often it then it then can lead to behaviour that will then have the others come in. So anyway, I'm not frightened of them because God is stronger. So just have to overcome them, you know, crush them out. So that's it. That's what I wanted to share. It's really heavy. I told you it was going to be heavy, but I just felt it was really important to share it because it makes sense to me. And that's it. God bless you all and take care. God bless. Have a good day. Okay. Bye for now.